In the energy quadrant today, taking a look at the November crude oil contract, which jumped above $76 for the first time since July 6th, getting all the way to 76.67, which was up 1.61%, but then falling from there down 1.08% on the lows at 74.37 and recovering a little bit to finish the day a little bit better than down a half of 1% at about 75.14 or so. Brent crude surged to its highest level in almost 3 years on Monday morning, getting to $80 a barrel. So we saw this eventual bid come off later in the day with the asset sell-off that we saw. But the bid itself is being driven in part by the UK energy crisis as UK service station pumps run dry across the country, with vendors rationing sales as a shortage of truck drivers strained supply chains. Now the British government has put military tanker drivers on standby to deploy if needed. And it's not just the UK. Over the past several months, we've seen inventory draws in the energy sector across all countries, the largest on record, led by China's 5 consecutive months of stock declines. And even the natural gas effect, where that's being pulled out, strains crude oil prices because there's a shift to heating oil, which is a crude oil derivative. So there's a lot of factors coming in and a lot of fear about potentially having a harsh winter, even though normally we'd see a little bit of easing of crude prices because the summer driving season is over. The squeeze in natural gas that we're seeing could start to affect crude oil prices as well. Now, there were some big calls over the last few days, which also add a little bit of a floor to the fall that we saw in the asset reprices, which included crude oil. Big shops like Trafigura and Goldman Sachs upping their price predictions. Bank of America actually looking for crude oil to hit double digits by September of 2022. Goldman Sachs only went so far as to say $90. And Bank of America says it'll be earlier than that if, again, there is a harsh winter, which will draw some of that natural gas pressure into the heating oil market, again, a crude derivative.